we've seen Sydney's ran some 4s, but we still see that Britton has the fastest time of the year. Who's winning the women's 400 meters at USA's? Natasha, ladies first.
I'm going to give my nod to Sydney. Britton absolutely dominated this season, but we also have to talk about the fact that she dominated not one, but 2 events this season. And so to have the legs to come to U.S. Nationals and pull it off after that collegiate season of not just 1, but 2 aerobic events, semi-aerobic events, that's going to be a tough feat. She might be able to pull it off, but I'm giving my nod to Sydney, and I'm giving my nod to Sydney because been there, done that. She's with Bobby Kersey. Bobby knows how to get his athletes through the rounds. She's obviously still figuring out the 400, but she's going to use those rounds, and I guarantee you by the final, I feel like Sydney's going to be the one to take it home.
Might as well go to our next guest. Rae.
I mean, you asking me this? Is it a serious question? Because I heard the question, but it's a serious question. It's a very serious question. It can't be a very serious question. But everything that Natasha just said, it can't be a serious question. Everything she just said says that this shouldn't have been a question on the panel, period.
Britton clearly has,
I know Britton's running.
On average, Britton has better times than Sydney this season in the 400. So it's not weird or odd to say Britton will win this.
No, it is. It is. It's very weird and very odd to say that Britton will win this. It's very weird and very odd. Within the coaching that she has, within his Sid, Vicious, everything that she just said means why are we on this topic? Like, I love Britton. You know I do. She will be a great second place finisher. She'll be a great second place finisher. She'll be one of the greatest second place finishers we'll ever have at the USA Championship in 400 meter dash.
That's your question.
It'd be beautiful second.
If you were in the 400 and you were leading, and on average, you have the best times of the year, by half a second, and someone came in and said that the person behind you is going to beat you, you wouldn't find that disrespectful?
Not if you see it.
I would find it disrespectful, but also I lived that. I dominated the 400 my junior year of college. I dominated it, set all the collegiate records, was #1 in the world, went to U.S. Nationals, Dee Trotter whooped my ass.
There it is right there.
Britton was trained to dominate the collegiate season. Sydney has been training to come to U.S. Nationals and to go to the World Championships.
That right
I'm going to throw a little devil's advocate in there, though. I agree. I think that Sydney knows how to run rounds. She's a champion. She's tried and true. We know that. But remember someone named Abby last year or the year before, and she had a lot of races throughout the season, and she still showed up to World Championships, and she still ran stellar times. So maybe we'll see a strong dark horse at Nationals, but at the same time, we're watching the growth of Sydney through a 400. So every time she stepped on the track, she's PR'd and gotten better and better, and she's run better rounds, and she's run better race strategies. So I'm going to have to go with Sydney, but a strong dark horse would be Britton.
Can I say something else?
Saying strong dark horse was your devil's advocate, Doc. That was no devil's advocate. You said the same thing they said.
It really wasn't.
Kind of agreed.
He agreed with everything.
But you're also comparing the 200 to the 400. And running hundreds and 200s all year are a lot different than running 400s and 400 hurdles all year.
But she did multiple events. She did the 100 during the season. She did the 200. She did 4x1, and she did 4x4. So she ran a lot of races. She had a lot of races.
You got a point. You got a point, Gat. You got a strong point. But the one variable you're missing, though, is she didn't have to go race nobody on Sid's caliber in that 200, though. She was the Sid in the 200. So it was easier for her. This 400, you got to go race Sid. That's a whole different mindset that you got to go race. If it wasn't Sid, if Sid wasn't running the 400, then hands down, Britton Wilson all day long. Hands down, Britton Wilson.
So you guys are treating Sydney like she's a 400-meter vet already.
But she knows how. She's a champion, bro. She knows how to win.
We're not treating her like she's a 400-meter vet. We're treating her as a vet.
We treat her like she said.
Yeah, she knows how to win, bro. She's broken multiple 400-meter hurdle records.
Can I explain myself? Is it my turn?
Explain yourself.
Let's hear it.
All right, yeah, Sid's winning that, yo. 100%. She waited that, yo. But I'm just saying, y'all are kind of disrespectful, though. I mean, Britton's put some numbers out there. We should really be looking into this. You guys sound a little bit more adamant about it, though. Like, I would just say, yes, it'll win. But y'all like,
It'll be a great race.
Nah, Sid ain't losing that. I was thinking it'll lose the 400, dog. That's not going to happen, yo. No. I think Britton will look good through the rounds. But then when it's time to go, I see Sydney pulling it off, yo. If she didn't win, right, do you still think she would go run at a Worlds?
What loses but still makes the team? What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Losing as in like not make the team?
Nah, she came second.
I mean, there's a lot of people who who've not won nationals or Olympic trials and went on and did better at the championship.
If she was to actually lose, I think that would mean she's definitely going to win Worlds.
Really?
Yeah.
It's clear that she is figuring out the 400. It's not that she can't run fast and get down into those 48s. It's a matter of her figuring out how to disperse the 400 without those obstacles. And I guarantee you, her and Bobby are going to use those rounds. And that's another thing that I want to point out about Britton. There was no reason to go out and run 49.6 in the preliminary round at nationals. And so that's another thing that she's going to have to manage going through 3 rounds back to back at the US championships, that you got to survive and advance, but you also got to play the game of conserving so that you can kill it in the final. Sydney will do a better job of managing those variables, because I mean, to go from Paris, again, she took out like crazy. Then she came to New York. It was a little bit more conserved, but she still ran fast. She's figuring it out. But once she figures it out, and it might take her figuring it out to World Championships, but once she figures it out, I'm afraid.
Time predictions?
I'm scared too, because she done ran 50 point over some hurdles. So I don't. I'm gonna throw 48 out there, and I think. If it's not at trials, maybe at Worlds, I think she can get to 48 mid.
Justin?
I would say she can drop 49-10, something like that around there. I think she's gonna go hard for that finals.
Rae?
48-17. I mean, wow, 49-17. 49.
Okay.
I was thrown out by Natasha's 48. I was like, 48. Now, 49-17 is what I got her at. Between 49-15, 49-17 winning it.
Okay. I'll go 49-18. You ever watch Price is Right?
Yeah. You went that dollar above, Anson. You went that dollar above.
That was, only jerks do that. Only jerks do that. Y'all are kind of disrespectful, though. I mean, Britton